I was on my boat when the sheriff approached. He said another teenager had gone missing and needed my help. His theory was that she wandered home from her friend's house drunk last night and sat by the docks where an alligator had pulled her into the water. We both knew if anyone could get to the bottom of it, it was me. I was known around these parts for making the big catches. My once living of giving tourist fishing trips was a distant memory after I switched to the more exciting venture of gator and shark catching. I had built my capture contraption on the side of my boat. It was based on a claw toy I had seen as a kid. Essentially, I could reach into the water and pull out anything, instantly placing it into a large net. When a local newspaper ran a story on an alligator who ate a dog, I knew my first test was coming. The subsequent photo of the alligator in my net and then Phil from the coroner's office pulling out a pink collar from its gutted throat brought me more and more work. I had officially captured 9 sought-after alligators. I told the sheriff I would meet him up in the South Glades after I cleaned up my net. He was eager for me to hurry, as media had already swung helicopters into action and the story was spreading. Fearing the gator was a 12-footer with a penchant for human flesh, he asked I find it as soon as possible. I cleaned out my net and met up with him and some of his other men. He had a rookie come with me. The rookie was young, probably not much older than the girl who had gone missing. He asked me lots of questions about gators, mainly about their teeth and how they attacked. As we went out towards deeper water, he looked at my capture contraption and loudly stated, 10 animals slam in a net. It was peculiar, and I was a little confused. I thought he was talking about my 10th capture until he told me the phrase 10 animals slam in a net was the same spelled backwards as it was forwards. We were out there for a long time. The rookie wasn't prepared, and after the first 6 hours started complaining. When it began to get dark, I can tell he was scared. I made us sit there in the quiet with all the lights off. My gut told me it would be time soon, but I had to be patient. At some point, he got so bored and went inside the cabin of the boat and went to sleep. Suddenly, I pulled back on my claw contraption. It shook violently, splashing around in the water. And as the rookie came out, his worried face caught the beast rise into the sky. I slammed it into the side of the boat. The rookie asked if it could bite through, and I assured him that we were absolutely safe. As we approached the dock, the lights of the sheriff's car met us. There were a few flashes of lights into my face, which I didn't care for. It was from the local news photographer capturing the moment. I maneuvered my claws across the side of the boat and dropped the gator's dead carcass. It was because of those pictures that I was later nicknamed the Claw. When they cut the gator open, they found pieces of the girl inside, solidifying the sheriff's theory. I remember when the car with the girl's mother pulled up to the scene. She was hysterical and, as expected, in tears. When she saw the torn clothes, she let out the loudest scream you've ever heard. She too was also hot, just like her daughter. I knew then I'd love to get a piece of her too. As I hoped, they never put it together that I was behind it all. You see, that night I was coming back into the dock when I saw the girl sitting there. She was drunk, and the lights of my boat blinded her just a little bit. The best thing about it was that she was alone. The second best thing was that she was hot. So hot. Yeah, maybe that was the best thing. I hadn't really thought about using my claw contraption actually to capture a person before, but here sat the perfect opportunity. I think she was in shock. When she was in the net, she screamed, at least until I slammed her against the side of the boat. I went out into the middle of the glades where screams, no matter how loud, can't be heard. After I had my way with her, I hunted for a gator. I found a large one. I threw him into the same net as the girl. It was a perfect, instant match as its teeth snapped at her head. That really didn't care to watch the rest, as I'm not a fan of the sight of blood. But now with her disposed and the gator in tow, I headed back to the dock. I was going to dispose of the gator when the sheriff came calling, much earlier than I expected. So, back out in the glades, I merely waited for Mr. 10 Animals Slam in a Net to go to sleep, and presto, my perfect alibi was in the boat. I became the hero of the moment for killing that gator, which is good, as everyone drops their guards around heroes.